is the March reading for Gemini. So, you guys, as you can see, there's a few cards up that is a general Gemini reading. And then also, you have the choice of picking your own pile. So, for all my Geminis out there who are looking for a unique and personalized pick a card reading, this is the reading for you. Because you not only have a collective message, but then you can also pick from one of the piles below, whichever pile resonates with you, and get a more personalized and closer reading for yourself for the month of March. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the generalized reading. For a lot of you guys, I see that you are really caught up in manifesting your desires. You have a few major arcana cards here for the month of March, which lets me know that this could be a very pivotal month for you. And this could be a month where you make a lot of progress in a lot of your goals, whether they are career endeavors or financial goals, such as buying a house or moving from coast to coast, or whatever your personal goals and ambitions might be. However, for a lot of you, it's as if you're indecisive, and this indecision is paralyzing you from making the necessary moves to move forward with your goals, okay? And here with the Magician card, the first card I pulled for you actually in reverse, there's something that is delaying your manifestations. And I feel with these two cards, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords right next to it, one of your issues, Gemini, is that you can't seem to make up your mind or ground yourself on a particular direction in which to pursue your goals. And so it's as if you're taking one step forward and then one step back, or in some cases, one step forward and then two steps back. And then you're feeling as if you wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, and even finances. And you still feel as if you're not going where exactly you want to go. You may have gained experience, you may have had a great time trying to accomplish your goals, but it's as if you're trying to go in two different directions at the same time. And because of that, and your lack of follow through with meeting some of your and completing some of your personal endeavors, it's caused you to kind of be at a standstill. But I do see you later in the month coming out of this energy, and it's an interesting energy, Gemini, because it's not. So for a lot of you, you might feel as if you're not stagnant because you're not going anywhere. It's that you're literally not making advancements to the next level of the goals that you're wanting to achieve. So to get yourself out of this rut, to get yourself out of this place of feeling as if you're at a standstill, what you need to do is to be consistent with yourself, and not just with planning out your goals, even though for you, Gemini, writing your goals down and then taking action would be a huge step towards progress. It would definitely help to keep you on track. But what you need to do is to take some time to reflect on your actions day after day, moment after moment as they play out, and then decide your new course of action from the lessons that you've learned with previous trials, triumphs, mistakes, and places where you accomplished great things, okay? And take some time out to review and to relax, and check in with yourself about the progress that you've made thus far, and then revise and decide what you want to do differently, all right? And this is going to keep you from second guessing yourself and then undoing all of the progress that you have made thus far, okay? It's going to get you out of this place of feeling stuck, because as you take time to review your decisions, you're going to realize that not everything is, not all mistakes are completely bad, because you get to learn from them and then take the next step forward. And you'll also realize that even when you've done, you know, a good job, when you've done better than you did previously, and making whatever strides towards goals that you might have, that there are places where you find there's room for progress, and that you can learn from that as well. What you don't want to do is burn yourself out, Gemini, and then lose any enthusiasm, or lose all enthusiasm for the goals that you have in place. For some of you, you might be trying to manifest a relationship, and you just have to complete, if you're not already with someone, if you're single and you're looking for, you know, someone to have a commitment with, or just to have a positive romantic relationship with, you just have to go through this last step and change of transformation. You need to learn how to be consistent with yourself and follow through, so that you can be consistent in maintaining and cultivating relationships for yourself as well. All right. So you'll notice that after you make this transformation, after you become more consistent, and also as you back up your action with further action each day, take goals. Take strides towards your goals. If you're planning on building a website, each day put new feature, or a new improve your website in some way, or build it, or brainstorm, and then the next day start implementing some of the ideas that you thought of the day before. If you're looking to get in shape, do an exercise a day, or for 5 days out of the week, and give yourself 2 to rest and reflect on your progress. But making slow and steady progress is definitely better than jumping headfirst into a venture, into a journey, even if it's just a journey of meeting the right person and committing to that person. Making slow steps in getting out, dating, getting to meet people, and learning from those experiences as far as what you want is slow and steady progress towards your goals. So don't allow yourself to get discouraged, Gemini, just because you're not making all of your progress at once. There is a transformation that needs to take place within you before you get to the place where you see yourself really hit milestones with a lot of these progress, with a lot of the goals and the progress that you want to make. All right. So I'm also going to pull some general oracle cards for you. All right. And the oracle cards that I pulled, the first one is Mama Kia, Mandala of the Moon. Okay. And the second is Eternal Youth. And for a lot of you, especially those of you who are very goal oriented in this month of March, Pisces season, the universe wants you to get in touch with your imagination and with your intuition. And when you are stuck when it comes to making a decision, when you are stuck between 2 great options, or when you're lost and you're without direction, tap into your intuition. Ask the universe for signs in your dreams. Do some creative writing, or even automatic writing for Gemini. You are a sign of communication. You're a sign of creative writing, and you would be able to find a lot of your answers within yourself through automatic writing as well. All right. Also, the universe wants you to tap into your emotions and into your intuition, because the universe is saying that a lot of the answers to your questions, a lot of the ways that you'll be able to refine your desires and goals, are by going within yourself, by imagining what you want, the business that you're building, what you want that to feel like when it's finished, or the relationship that you would like to have, what you would like that to feel like when you meet the right one. All right. So in order to cultivate it and manifest that within your life, you first need to develop a feel for what it's going to feel like, develop a concept, an image, a vision of how you want these accomplishments to make you feel. All right. And carry that feeling throughout the day with you. All right. That is a big part of manifestation, is by already feeling successful, by already feeling loved, by already feeling prosperous, you're going to attract the things to you that you want to materialize. Also, with your second oracle card, Eternal Youth, energy, newness, vitality. The universe wants you to take some time out to energize yourself, to hydrate throughout the day, to grab a protein shake, or to take a small break within your workday, so that you can revitalize your energy, so that you can be refreshed, and also give yourself lots of mental breaks, okay? Because one tendency that you can definitely have, Gemini, is to overthink, all right? To think about too many potential occurrences, too many potential events, and you can have a tendency to drain yourself mentally simply by overthinking your circumstances. So with this oracle card, Eternal Youth, make sure that you are grounding yourself throughout your day. Try to take a walk barefoot if you have a porch or a park that you can go to that you know has a clean area, or an area where you can kind of walk barefoot for a few minutes and get connected with the earth. Also, if you live by water, water is a great way to reconnect with the universe and to tap into your own personal emotions and intuition, okay? So just sitting by the water during your lunch break or after work or during the weekend can be a great way to reconnect with yourself and to mentally refresh yourself, so that you're not mentally and psychologically exhausted from brainstorming, from thinking about what you want to manifest, from working hard, not just in the physical realm, but also in the 4D, in our mental and spiritual space, okay? The space that our ideas and concepts take up in our mind. Gemini, you are an excellent manifester. As a matter of fact, the Magician card is actually your tarot card. It's a card that represents your sign, and that's because you have the ability to shapeshift, to transform, and to manifest, to create through alchemy, and to turn situations that are negative into a positive. So also, if you have issues in your life that you feel like are blocking your progress, if you have people in your life that you feel like are pulling you away from your desired goals, think about how you can use those circumstances and transform them. Use alchemy within your own mind to transform how you see and perceive these obstacles, how you can make these obstacles work for you instead of feeling like they're working against you. If you are always in traffic and you're constantly late to work, take it as a challenge to get up earlier, to see exactly how you can beat the traffic jams that you always get into. Or if you're always late and you take public transportation, challenge yourself to get up early, and instead of looking at it as a hassle or as a burden, look at it from the perspective of, this is making me more punctual, this is making me more attuned to being the business person that I want to be later down the line. This is growing me in ways that are going to benefit me in the future. And of course, that's just an example, but there are plenty of ways where you can transform how you think about certain blocks, certain things that you might consider hurdles or adversities that are really just there to help you grow and to be the person that you truly wish to be, with the strengths that you need to have in order to conquer your obstacles in life. All right, so Gemini, that is your general reading, and now we're going to go on to the pick a card portion of your reading. So again, if you'd like to pick one of the stones below, 1, 2, or 3, all right, we are going to get started on number 1, the gray hematite stone. Okay, pile 1, for those of you who picked the hematite stone. All right, hematite is known for being grounding. It's also known for being beneficial for people who suffer from anemia or from low blood sugar. And I think it's very interesting that a lot of you guys picked this stone, because for this pile, I see that a lot of you do need to ground, and you also need to reflect. And if you were to spend just a little bit more time considering what decision you were supposed to make before jumping into action, that would solve a lot of your problems. That would help you to actually manifest your desired outcomes with a lot more efficiency than what you might be currently experiencing. All right. With the Three of Wands here next to the Seven of Wands, I'm seeing that for a lot of you, this is my action pile. You might have a lot of fire placements in your chart. You might have a lot of Leo in your chart as well, okay? But for you guys, your main problem is actually that you tend to jump into action before first determining which avenue of action would be most beneficial to you. With the Knave of Swords here in reverse, I'm seeing that for a lot of you guys, you could be very emotional and you could be very enthusiastic about the things that you choose to do in life. But unfortunately, because you might jump right into passionate action, you might be the type to jump into relationships very quickly and passionately. You could be the type of people who jump to volunteer for certain groups or jump to help out or take on those extra shifts at work, only to reach the end of the week and realize that you have overbooked yourself and you're too busy to be able to keep up with your own schedule or to take care of the other things that need attention within your life. And so you might often find yourself feeling very unbalanced, okay? So with this Three of Wands here and the Seven of Wands, I'm just seeing that what really needs to happen for my pile ones is you need to take more time to consider what area and avenue of action is best suited to the type of results that you want to see in your life. You really need to think about the consequences of your action, good or bad, and the long-term implications of it. Okay, so for a lot of you, brainstorming on a piece of paper might really help, looking at different decisions and how they're going to affect your life a year from now. This could be especially important for those looking to fix their credit, or for people who are looking to get into a university or school. Some of you might be trying to get into a school of medicine or some sort of vocation and trade that requires being in school for more than 4 years at a time. Okay, so for a lot of you, you need to do some long-term planning. You need to sit back and reflect, and then actually write out. I feel like for a lot of you, manifesting your goals will be a lot easier by writing down the plans of action that you plan on taking. And that's going to get you into this Emperor energy. For some of you, you might be dealing with an Aries, or you might have Aries placements. But it's really going to get you to this place of being more independent, of being wiser, of owning things for yourself, and of being able to make decisions that you are proud of and can stand by on your own, okay? Especially if you have had any negative experiences with having other people have to help you with negative decisions that you ended up making, or with the negative consequences of past decisions. This is going to help you to make decisions in a more mature and a way that is more beneficial to you in the long term, that helps your long-term progress. Okay, so also for you guys, just to pull some oracle cards for you, you have the Beauty Way of the Navajo, Hozo, and also ecstasy, yielding, rapture, and bliss. And I really feel like, you know, for you guys, you have a theme of blue and green and butterflies also in both of these cards. And I really feel that as you learn by grounding yourself, by being very discerning in your decision-making pattern, you're going to learn a specific pattern of ways in which it is best for you to act and react in situations. You're going to learn what's best for you and what is most beneficial to you as a person. And this is going to help you to discover more of who you are, okay? I can't help but notice that in the first card, the butterfly is black and white. It doesn't have its color yet. It's still transforming. And in the background of this picture is a lot of blues, a lot of greens, a lot of beautiful colors that the butterflies in your second oracle card have absorbed, okay? So by learning what environments are best for you, by learning ways in which you learn the best, by understanding more so what decision-making processes and what type of decisions are best suited to you and your personal nature, Gemini. You are going to transform in your identity by knowing who you are at a deeper level. You're going to be able to embrace those things that you learn about yourself, and you're going to be able to have a new and more mature, more refined thought process that you use for making decisions in your personal life. And this is going to help you to also find other people that you are able to click with, that you are able to resonate with after you find yourself. I really feel like towards the latter end of the year, starting from Gemini season, when it is full on spring, when the butterflies are out and about and you see them amongst flowers and the flowers are blooming, that you are going to feel very in your element, and you are going to be able to see yourself attract people who are more in tune with your own nature, who are more like yourself, or who you can enjoy being around. Because especially for you, Gemini, being social is very important for a lot of you guys. And even for my introverts out there, if you are a Gemini, communicating your thoughts, your feelings, and having an audience that you are able to present those that self-expression to, whatever your form of self-expression is, can be very important. All right, even if it's just going out with coworkers to the bar and being able to kick back and have a good time and connect with them on a deeper level. Having a group that you can identify with, Gemini, is very important to your own fulfillment in your personal life. So as you learn, as you reflect and think about the decisions you want to make in life, the progress that you want to see yourself make later into the year, you're going to attract people who are on the same path as you, and who might even be a part of your soul family or soul group. But I do see you, as a result of this personal development, having more fun and enjoying life a lot more, even further into the year. All right, so thanks so much for my pile ones for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to this page so you can be the first to be notified about new pick a cards that I'll be doing every week. All right, also make sure that you're following me on Twitter at Oshun's Rose. Also, make sure you're following me on IG. I'm on the same, I have the same name on IG as I do on Twitter, so Oshun's Rose as well. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, theroseofoshun.com, where I have lots of channel messages, tarot card readings, as well as natal birth chart astrology readings also. Okay, guys? So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, so this message is for my pile twos, those of you that picked the carnelian. If you pick the carnelian, you may need to work on your root chakra, okay, on your groundedness, on your confidence. Carnelian also helps with vitality. Okay, so if you feel drained, if you feel as if you just need to sit and meditate and get yourself more grounded in your physical body, carnelian is a great stone to have. All right, so I'm going to move on to your cards for my pile number 2, and I'm seeing that a lot of you are preoccupied with connections in your life. For some of you, this could be wanting to have a social group that you resonate with. For others of you, this could very well have to do with a romantic connection or a relationship. For some of you who might be in the dating scene, who might be looking for a partner, someone who you can connect with on a deeper level, even if you're not looking for a partner to commit to per se. I'm seeing that you might be having trouble finding people with all of these cups cards in a row that you really relate to and that you feel is worthy of being in your inner circle. Okay, so for those of you specifically who are dealing with romantic interests, if you're having a lot of your focus be preoccupied in your love life right now, you may feel as if there is a shortage of people who grab your interest at your availability. All right, so you might feel like you don't really have a lot of people around you that you're interested in, that spark your fire, and who are really worthy of your time and energy. For a lot of you, you may have had some very disappointing experiences in love. You may have had some experiences that left you disinterested and that left you not really wanting to engage with those people any further because they weren't intriguing enough for you, or you just didn't feel a real connection. All right, so with the Six of Chalices here, I do see that there is someone in your vicinity for you. I do see that you will be meeting someone probably within the next 3 months. All right, but what the universe wants you to do is not to settle. If you are currently entertaining someone who is not to your speed, or who you feel like is boring, or who you just don't feel like is a good match, make sure that you are not settling. With the King of Swords, the universe is inviting you to write down your desires for a partner. Write down the traits that you would like to have your partner possess, the type of person that you would like to be with, the things you would like to do. For some of you, it may be that you're having an issue with finding people who are financially at your level, or that have your interests or your level of experiences, okay? So that you don't feel like you have to carry the weight or the depth of the relationship. So for a lot of you, you just need to hold on a little bit longer and have patience, all right? And while you are waiting to meet that person, make sure that you are working on manifesting the type of person that you want to be with. Don't try to make someone into something that they are not, or make someone who you don't see a future with into the person that you want them to be, because that's not a genuine connection. You want to make sure that you are being selective, that you are not just letting anyone connect with you simply out of boredom, but that you are holding out for people who are right for you. And when you narrow down that list, as you become selective with who you allow in your life, you're going to find that you attract people who are more of your fit, that are more to your preference. I also see that within the next few months, your catalog of people that you might be talking to, that you might be interested in, is going to narrow down. All right, so you're going to have more of an idea of who you want, the type of person that you want to be with, and this is going to allow you to be able to manifest that type of person, okay? Also, for some of you, if you are looking for a new social circle, or you're looking for people to be able to socialize with, just to click with, to have a good time with, I'm seeing that you might have a lot more luck becoming a part of groups that have some of the similar beliefs as you. Becoming a part of, it could even be internet groups, or Clubhouse, or places like different Twitter groups or threads that you might see that talk about things that interest you. The universe really wants you to tap into social networks and groups that already spark your interest, and that is where you're going to find people who you are more able to genuinely connect with, okay? So those are the main messages in your cards. Also, for those of you who may be feeling discouraged, if you feel very uninspired in life, if you don't feel enthusiastic about pursuing your goals or about going after your dreams, the universe is giving you a little hint that the way that you may be able to cultivate some more inspiration is by talking to a loved one, talking to someone who you have a deep connection with, a sibling, or even perhaps a cousin or a close friend that you are able to connect with, that might be able to rejuvenate your perspective and give you some fresh new ideas and some sound advice, okay? So I'm going to pull your oracle cards as well and see what's in the cards for you. So your first card is Palikmana, Medicine of the Butterfly Kachina. And for you, I really believe that you need to look to areas where you might feel as though you are different, where you might feel as though you stand out, and focus on that thing, those traits that are unique about you, and see who else has those same traits as you. You can't be the only one in the world who, has the traits and preferences that maybe not be necessarily popular, but that maybe a small percentage of people might have in common with you. You might be able to look up those interests and find other people who have similar preferences as you, who like things that are unique, that are different, but that you all would have in common. All right, and that'll help you to gel if you find those traits that not everyone has, that might seem weird to some people, interests or even abilities that you might have that might allow you to be able to connect with a group of people who are more like yourself, all right, that make you feel as if you're not alone. That would help you a lot as well, Gemini, in your path to finding people that fit within your tribe. Also, in addition to this, I feel like there is some self-healing for you. There is some transformation. I feel like for you, Gemini, especially for my pile ones here, music might really be able to help to calm your anxiety, to heal you. Also, writing or coloring, if you like to color, like adult coloring books and notebooks. A lot of times they have little books where you can color in certain patterns, and that can be really relaxing, especially if you're creative. All right, you also have the creator card here in reverse. All right, and the card here says creator, catalyst, maker, mother, father. Okay, so the universe wants to remind you of your personal power, Gemini, and the fact that anything that you don't have within your vicinity, within your reach, that you feel that you desire in your life, you have the ability to attract. Okay, so don't get discouraged. Don't get bogged down with negativity about what you have at your disposal and what you don't. Maybe you'd love to live near the beach, but at this point you live in the mountains. All right, maybe you'd love to live in the city, but you were born in the country, and you're far away from people and the type of life that you would like to experience. The universe wants to remind you that you are the one who is the director of the movie of your life. You are the one who manifests all of your circumstances. So if there's a circumstance that you are not happy with, you have the power to manifest a change within your life and to create that change for yourself. And start with little steps. You might want to write a blueprint for how you would like to relocate, or how you want to save up money to buy something that you'd like to invest in, to buy a car, or to buy a house that you've always dreamed of living in. But start small, and then start to implement those changes and create a new life for yourself, okay? But start with little steps first. So pile 2, actually, that is your reading. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, go ahead and visit my website at theroseofoshun.com. Also, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at OshunsRose and Twitter at OshunsRose. Also, I'll be putting new readings on this channel every week, so make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be on the lookout for more videos to come. If you are on TikTok, you can follow me at OshunsRose, where I'll be posting lots of previews from my monthly pick-a-card videos, as well as other great content. All right, so thank you guys for joining me for this reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, and this reading is for my pile 3s, for those of you who chose the Jade Stone. All right, so for my pile 3 Geminis, one thing that I'm seeing is that you were trying to get out of a place of being stuck in your own head, all right? I'm seeing that you may have had a poor experience in the past with pursuing a dream. This could be something creative that you have been trying to start. I'm getting, for some of you, you may have been trying to start a dance class or a dance school. And you also, with the Knave of Wands down here, whatever negative experience you had is paralyzing you into non-action, into not fulfilling the goals that basically would give you a lot of personal self-fulfillment in life. So we really want to get you out of this feeling of stagnation and out of this energy of being afraid to act. It's almost as if, for my pile 3s, that you're afraid of pursuing the very things that would make you feel fulfilled. And for a lot of you, you're allowing these negative emotions and these negative past experiences to make you afraid to move forward. So one of the things I want you guys to do is to visualize yourself succeeding in whatever area you're afraid of failing in, because it's really a fear of failure that is keeping you stuck, that's keeping you from taking action towards whatever goals you would like to achieve. For some of you, it's as simple as you want to learn how to cook, and maybe you had a negative experience growing up where you were punished for burning something in the kitchen. For some of you, it could be that you would like to start a family, or you'd like to have a healthy relationship, but you're scared of screwing up like you've seen your parents or caretakers do when you were younger. Or you may have ruined or sabotaged a relationship in the past, and that's keeping you from starting fresh with someone new. Some of you may also have fears of abandonment, and so you are afraid of starting a new relationship because you're scared of how it might end. What if the person leaves you or rejects you or makes you feel negatively about yourself in the way that this negative past experience did? Okay, so one of the things that you want to do is to also forgive yourself for any past mistakes, anything that you feel like you may have done where you possibly could have set yourself back from achieving those goals in the past. Errors that you might now see as stupid mistakes that could have been avoided, because every mistake that we make is ultimately a lesson, a live lesson that the universe wants us to learn from. It's simply an interactive lesson. And if we're able to remove ourselves from the mistakes that we've made in the past, and we're able to see them in a new light from a more detached mental space, and realize that we are not our mistakes, that our mistakes have happened for us to help us to be able to learn from them and to grow in that area of our life, it makes our mistakes seem a lot less dramatic, and it makes our mistakes seem to be what they are, which is just simply lessons to be learned from. It's not a reflection of your competency, of your worthiness, or of your ability to have the life that you want. So you want to keep those things in mind as you are shedding this mindset of being held back by negative mistakes or mistakes and negative experiences that are no longer under your control. All right, so I've also pulled some oracle cards for you guys, and the first oracle card that I pulled for you, you guys actually got an extra oracle card, so I'm going to read them all to you and let you see what messages the universe has for you from them. All right, so the first one is Kanyani. In each other we find ourselves. Okay, so I want you to look back on some of these negative experiences that you've had, pile 3, and really think about the ways in which other people may have made you feel negatively about yourself, the ways that you absorbed this criticism, or ways in which these people made you aware of your shortcomings. And it might seem really counterintuitive, but I actually want you to see these negative experiences as something that shook you awake, that made you aware of ways in which you could improve in your life. I want you to go back mentally into these circumstances, these negative circumstances that you experienced, and thank the people who gave you this criticism, because without criticism, you can't grow. If people do not make you aware of your flaws, then you cannot grow from the negative spaces that need to see growth. All right, so if the people who criticized you in any way were wrong, if their criticism was not based in truth and fact, then you can brush it off and know that it wasn't something that you needed to pay attention to anyway, and realize that these people were simply projecting their negative images and opinions onto you. However, if the criticism had truth to it, if it was something that hurt because it was true, then see this as a way in which you were given an uncomfortable truth, a way in which you can learn from, a way in which you can grow and actually take the pain away from these experiences. Because a lot of times when people criticize us and say things about us that are true, it may hurt, but sometimes they didn't even mean for it to be hurtful. Oftentimes people are just very they lack tact, or they lack an ability to be able to say the truth in a way that is going to be able to reach us in love. And that could be because of their own lack of love for themselves. They could be really harsh on themselves as well. But being on the receiving end of that criticism, we don't realize that. We don't realize that we're also seeing a reflection of how that person may talk to themselves, okay, internally, the internal dialogue that they may have within themselves as well. So a lot of times, even when people are, when they say hurtful things, especially when they're hurtful but also truthful, you can always thank the messenger and let the experience go. Thank them for awakening you to that truth, and also letting the experience go and taking the positive lesson from it, and grow stronger from those experiences. Because truthfully, criticism can help us to fertilize areas in our life that have not grown in a while. So be comfortable with criticism. Be comfortable with being able to see aspects of yourself that you may not have been able to see without that person's help, okay? So also your second oracle card is Pachamama, she with the Andean Emerald Heart. So in addition to absorbing and being able to withstand criticism, not absorbing it, but being able to understand it and learn from it and let it go, you can also work on accepting yourself, Gemini, on not being afraid to make mistakes. Because if you are comfortable, if you're able to receive critiques, if you're able to handle criticism, however harsh it may be, and you're able to see the good in yourself despite that, if you're able to forgive yourself for making mistakes, it makes life a lot easier on you, and it makes the lessons that we learn through making mistakes a lot easier to handle. So in addition to grounding yourself, you might also want to spend some time in nature, or even spend time with a pet, all right, that's going to open up your heart chakra. Or if you have a younger niece, a smaller sibling, a little child that you can spend time with as well. Spending time with children and animals opens up your heart chakra and makes you a lot easier to receive, it makes it a lot easier for you to receive love, is what I meant to say. So in addition to that, look up some crystals such as rose quartz or clear quartz that can help cleanse your aura and give you a receptivity to the energy of love and self-acceptance, all right? And Gemini, for my pile threes here, your last oracle card is Hunter, aggressor, tracker, provider. And this is in reverse. And the reason why this oracle card is in reverse for you guys is because the universe wants you to take some extra risks, to go after your goals, to be more aggressive when it comes to pursuing your goals for yourself, to be more excited about what the pursuit of your goals could make you receive, what you could end up attaining because of the you pursuing your goals passionately and with persistence and intent, okay? Rather than being worried about how you're going to potentially mess up, or the negative things that could happen, okay? Think about what could go right and start pursuing your goals just like a hunter would pursue whatever he would hunt in the forest, all right? And really pursue it with a lot of focus and with a positive mindset, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you're going to learn from your experiences and you're going to be stronger and better because of it. All right, pile three, so that is your reading for March. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my information from my website. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can go to my website at www.theroseofoshun.com. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you can be the first to be updated about new videos that come out as soon as they drop. In addition to that, if you'd like to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, my handles are all the same. Oshun's Rose. It's Oshun's Rose on Twitter, Oshun's Rose on Instagram, and Oshun's Rose on TikTok. Okay, and you'll be able to see lots of interactive readings that I do, as well as great posts. I do astrology and natal chart readings as well, so I post a lot of great information about the stars, moon phases, and other little bits of information that I think you guys will really like. All right, so thanks so much for clicking on this video and supporting my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye.